Hi, this is Bush the here, and welcome back to another video. Today I am showcasing my Steelbook collection, and I've also ranked them. I've come up with a ranking list. I am quite surprised with the results, as I've already done them, but let's talk you through them now. My first my first Steelbook was this Spectre. So, yeah. So here is how the ranking is going to work. I am going to do it based on the number of discs. For instance, Spectre has one disc. The overall artwork. So yeah, there you go. The ease of getting the discs out of the box. And also what's included on the discs themselves. In this respect, Spectre scores 1 for one disc. Which is a significant disadvantage when compared to some of the others. For the artwork, I have given it a 5 because it's mediocre. It's just a movie poster. In fact, the teaser poster. It is quite nice. I quite like the minimalist feel, but it's very glossy. It's very shiny, as you can see. You can see the reflection of my hands, but one thing I do like about it is that it has the little indentation there. So I'm giving it 5. It's sort of mediocre, but it's okay. With the ease of disc access, it's just like that. So that's pretty good. So it could be better, but I have given it an 8 for that. And the contents of the discs I have given a 3 because it includes some things which were previously available on YouTube. And, yeah, the film wasn't that good either, so I've given it a 3, meaning that Spectre has a total of 17 points. Is that good? We'll just have to wait and see. Next is Doctor Who Series 9. So, let's have a look at how this one gets on. Series 9 has 6 discs, as you can see on this one. The artwork is very good. It's by Alice X. Xiang, and I have given this an 8 out of 10, which is very, very good in my books. In terms of access to the discs, I have given it a score of 3, because it's not that great, because you have to remove other discs in order to get at discs underneath, which isn't a great design choice, but I can see that it does save room, so it's quite good when it comes to that. But yeah, 3. In terms of disc contents, I have given this an 8. The reason why is that it comes with loads and loads of special features, and it was the first time I also heard the piece The Shepherd's Boy, which is a very, very good tune, and it's one of my favourites actually. I first heard that on the disc menus, so that's quite good. And yeah, it's not the best series, so I've deducted points for that, but apart from that, it's quite good. This gives it a total of 25. Nice. Next is Sherlock Series 4. Sherlock Series 4 has only got 2 discs. The artwork is by Alice X. Xiang, again, I believe, and it does stand out a little bit more than the artwork on Series 9 of Doctor Who, so I've given it an extra point for that. Access to the discs is also very good. You just press the button and it should just pop out, like so. So I have given that a 10 out of 10 for that. So I think that's absolutely wonderful that they've got these sort of poppable out, and it just literally falls out without making any noise sometimes, so that's quite good. In terms of content, Sherlock is always very good. This wasn't one of the stronger seasons, I have to admit, but it's still quite good. But it has also been quite a bit of time since I've seen the special features of these discs, so I can't really judge it too much, so I'm going to give it a 5. This gives Sherlock Series 4 a total of 26. Series 4. Sorry. Next up is The Power of the Daleks. Next. The Power of the Daleks has got 4 discs. There you go. The cover artwork I think is amazing. It really stands out on my shelf. And for that reason, I am going to give it 9 points out of 10 for that. The access to the discs is quite easy as well, as it is basically as easy as the Spectre Steelbook. But I have deducted, I would say, a point because of this flappy bit. I mean, there are 4 discs in here, and this flappy bit is very useful. But yeah, it's just that little bit that I've deducted a point for. As far as content goes, this is very good. I love Power of the Daleks. I think it's a wonderful story, and the animation is brilliant, especially for the Daleks. But it doesn't quite hold up to the same standards that the Macra Terror and the Faceless ones do. And yeah, that's a bit of a shame, and that's why there's a special edition coming out later this year. Will I be getting it? I don't think I will, to be honest, because I've already got this one, and it'll be a bit silly to have it twice in physical format, so I'll probably get the new special edition in digital. However, this one is at a very good advantage because it has got the DVDs as well as Blu-ray, which I think is incredible that they did that. They didn't need to, but they did it anyway, so that's a very good touch, and I like that. And for that reason, I am giving the contents of the discs 9 out of 10. Well done. Next is Doctor Who Series 10. In this set there are 6 discs, and we have absolutely beautiful cover art by Alice X Xiang again, which I think is comparable to the Season 9 artwork, but I think this one does stand out more, so I have given this one 9 out of 10. The access to the discs is the same as Series 9, so I'm giving it the same amount of points, which is 3. There are still discs in the way, and yeah, this does save space, but it doesn't make it any easier to access the discs. As far as general content goes, this is quite good. I absolutely love Series 10, and it has got some really good episodes on it, and the special features on here are quite good as well. However, I am deducting a point because it has a disc dedicated to the fan show. Did the fan show really need a disc dedicated to it? Probably not, but also the episodes of the fan show which appear on this also appear on YouTube, so I don't really need to watch that disc. And I don't think I have, to be honest, so there you go. That's why there's a point deducted, because you can find the special feature, or some of the special features online. And so that gives its total of 7 for contents of discs. Next is Doctor Who Series 11. Doctor Who Series 11 has got 4 discs. The artwork was taken by a cast member on their smartphone, so it isn't the best quality picture in the world, but it is a very good photo, to be honest. But the problem is that it's been used for, this image has been used for a lot of merchandise and things like this, including the cover of the soundtrack. So I am afraid to say that it hasn't scored very highly in the cover area, simply because it's been used a lot. In fact, it scores 4. As far as getting the disc set is concerned, they come out quite easily. In fact, the same amount as the Power of the Daleks, so it's only fair that I give them the same amount of points, which is 7. As far as general content is concerned, Series 11 is okay. It wasn't the best series, and Jodie Whittaker got off to a bit of a ropey start, to be honest. and I haven't actually seen some of the special features on here, and I can't, so I can't actually say it's really good because of the special features and so on. So I'm going to score it 5, but 1 extra point just because there are some episodes in here which I really, really like, but others which I don't. So there you go. It scores 6 for contents of the disc. Next is the Macra Terror. The Macra Terror has 3 discs. The cover artwork, you could say, is a little bland, as it isn't as eye-catching as Power of the Daleks is, or most of the others, to be honest, but it's still a really decent design, and for that reason, I have given it a 7 out of 10. Fantastic. Access to the discs is okay on the left-hand side. It pops out fairly easily, but on this side, you have to remove one disc to get at the other normally, unless you have some sort of very good acrobatic skill to do otherwise. So for that reason, I've deducted it 1 point. Otherwise, it's very, very good, and well, I've deducted a few points actually, simply because you have to remove this disc to get at the black and white episodes. So sadly, yeah, it has scored 7 points in this area. As far as general content is concerned, I absolutely love the Macra Terror, and the animation has improved quite a bit since Power of the Daleks. I have to say that some of the special features are lacking slightly, but they are adequate, and I quite enjoyed watching them, to be honest. But nah, I'm kidding. I absolutely love the special features, and I think that they are this vision is filled with special features, and that is a really good thing. And because of my acclaim for this, I am giving it a 9 out of 10 for general contents. Next is the Shawshank Redemption. The Shawshank Redemption has 4 discs. The artwork on the back I really, really like. It's very, very eye-catching to me, especially this sort of monochrome style. And also the scene, because it's an absolutely joyous scene in the film, and I think it should be seen more, to be honest, this, because I absolutely love it. And it's just great. I've given it an 8 out of 10, so that is very well done. Disc access is exactly the same as Doctor Who Series 11 and The Power of the Daleks, so I'm giving it the same, which is I've forgotten. Oh yeah, 7. Sorry. As far as general contents goes, this is really good. I absolutely love the Shawshank Redemption. And one thing that really sets this set apart are the discs. We've got 1 disc for the film on Blu-ray, 1 disc for the film on DVD, and 2 more discs full of special features. I haven't actually seen what's on these discs, and there wasn't a disc menu, but simply because of there being 2 DVDs and 1 Blu-ray, I absolutely love that, and so I have given it 9 out of 10 for general content. Fantastic. The Doctor Who Series 4 specials are next. Doctor Who The Specials has 4 discs. The artwork in general is very good. It's a little bit packed, but it does look very, very good, and it is very well designed. I love the regeneration effects here, and that when you hold it up to the light, it sort of glows when you move it about like that. Just marvellous. Same with some of the elements here, like the lightning coming out of Rassilon's gauntlet. I think that's very, very good as well. So the cover, the artwork, has scored an 8 out of 10. Here we go again, the discs. I thought that the discs were going to be like Shawshank Redemption or Doctor Who Series 11, because, well, there are 4 discs. but they're not. They're like every other Doctor Who release, really. The previous few at least. So, for that reason, I have given it a 5 out of 10. The only reason why I haven't given it 3 is because it's got 2 fewer discs, so you only need to move 1 disc out of the way to get at the disc below. And it is a bit cumbersome, but it's okay, I can live with it. So yeah, for that reason, I have given it a 5, and that is the end of that. But not for long, because I need to do the conclusion to this. This is very good. I love the specials, and I mean, The Waters of Mars is fantastic. I like Planet of the Dead as well, but The End of Time could have been a little bit better. You're sort of expecting Avengers Endgame, but it's not quite as good or climactic as that. But it is a good and gripping story, and for that reason I have given general contents of the discs 8 out of 10, and these also includes Doctor Who Confidential on them as well, so that is also very good. Thank you. Good Omens is next. Good Omens has 2 discs. The general artwork shows the demon Crowley on the left and the angel Aziraphale, on the right. I think this is very, very clever, having them on both sides, but also in the olden days left was a sign of being sinister, and the name Sinister actually comes from the words for left, so I think it's nice that they included Crowley on the left and Aziraphale on the right, because according to the Bible, Jesus sits at God's right hand, so that is very, very fitting, I must say. The cover itself does really draw you into the atmosphere of Good Omens very well. It shows a very nice glowing Aziraphale on clouds, and then when he holds it up to the lights, and also the same on the other side, when he holds Crowley up to the lights, the fire's burn brighter than ever before, and I absolutely love this. For that reason, I've given the artwork an 8 out of 10. Disc access is basically the same as the Macra Terror. You have to remove 1 disc to get at the other, unless you can try and do it otherwise. And for that reason, I have given them the same amount of points, 7. As far as general content goes, I absolutely love Good Omens. It's a fantastic book, and I would recommend that everyone read it. The TV series was very faithful to it, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Don't get me wrong, it is still good, but really not as good as I thought it was going to be, and so therefore I've given general contents of the discs a 7. I haven't actually seen the special features, by the way, so I can't really judge on that, but based on the story alone, I'm going to give it a 7. Very good. Next is the Faceless Ones. The Faceless Ones has got 3 discs. The cover for this is quite clever as well, because it's sort of plays into the theme of the last one, with evil on one side and good on the other. On the same side, interestingly. I think it's also clever because you've got this sort of retro 60s look, and it's got chameleon tools at the bottom. Travel your way and then travel our way at the top of this side, and it's all sort of topsy-turvy, but it's quite good. For that reason, I have given the artwork a 7. It's not quite as eye-catching as some of the others, but it is pretty good nevertheless. Disc access is exactly the same as the previous one, Good Omens, and it's also the same as the Macra Terror. You have to remove 1 disc to get at another, and so therefore I have given it a 7 also. The general content on this is very good. I have actually seen these, and it comes with telesnap reconstructions, because these are missing episodes, telesnaps are basically stills with the soundtrack, and But not only that, they've also got the original episodes and also all the animated episodes. All six episodes have been animated, but the ones which are in black and white, because they were made in colour and then made into black and white, they also have the same aspect ratio as the original episodes. And on top of that, you can also play it like you would do a normal pre-Power of the Daleks reconstruction with the original episodes, which is amazing. Thank you so much, BBC, for doing that. That's absolutely made this box set. I'm giving it a 9 because of that. It's amazing. The next one I did a review of, and consequently the next one I'm going to show to you, was Doctor Who Series 5. Doctor Who Series 5 has got 6 discs. The cover artwork, if you look past all the dents and scratches and things, is quite eye-catching. However, the designs we saw in the TV series, and it seems, and the back especially, seems like it's been copied and pasted rather than having its own unique design. Also indentation in here. But also what I don't quite like about this is all the legal stuff. For instance, if you compare it to the Good Omens one, the Good Omens is nice and clean. It doesn't have any artwork. Well, it doesn't really have any of the titles or anything on it at all. So there you go. I think that's what pulls this one down, and I have given it a 6 for artwork. Sorry. Access to the discs is pretty good, especially for these two, because you can just press the button and it pops out. It's like the Sherlock Series 4 box set. However, with this size, you have to click it open, and then in order to access disc 4 here, you have to remove disc 3, and it's a bit of a kerfuffle, as Little Britain would say. So, for that reason, I have given ease of access to the discs a 7, which isn't bad at all. It could be a lot worse though. Now for general content, I thought this was quite good. I have to say, this is one of Matt Smith's stronger series, and I thought it was very, very good at the time when I was about 13 or 14 when this came out. And I thought it was really good. Now, with the back, it's... Well, I've lost myself now. Oh yeah, contents. The special features on here are good. I think it would have been better if they'd included full-length episodes of Doctor Who Confidential. Unfortunately, they haven't, and that was the norm at the time, and I think it was because of copyright, because Doctor Who Confidential used a lot of copyrighted music, which is fair enough. But I think that has dragged it down a little bit. But I absolutely love the disc menus on here, and some of the episodes in here are really, really, really good, especially Vincent and the Doctor. And the Lodger, I would say, and the 11th Hour. Those are my 3 favourites. Anyway, I have given it a 7 in this area because of all those things put together. There you go. And last but certainly not least is Doctor Who Series 12. Doctor Who Series 12 has got 5 discs. The artwork looks like it's done in the style of Alex X. Yang again, but it might not actually be her. Again, with the sort of matte, I suppose, steelbooks, it does really reflect some of the colours in the back, and that's what makes them really they just glow, and it's fantastic. Especially all these sparks at the bottom, they just are amazing. Let's see if I can catch the light. There you go. Fantastic. I've given it this an 8 because I really, really like it. It's a massive step up from Series 11 and definitely worth it. And here we go with disc access again. It's the same essentially as Doctor Who Series 9, 10 and the specials. You have to remove discs to get at discs below. However, there are However, I have added a point because it's missing a disc. Simply because it's got two discs this side rather than one disc. So there you go. It's also the only one to have 5 discs, by the way. So yeah, there you go. As far as content goes, I have given this a 7 out of 10 because this I thought was a step up from Series 11 generally. But there are some stories in here that I don't like and some story plots that I don't like either. Please check out my unboxing review of this if you want to hear my thoughts about that. But yeah, it's alright. Could be better though. This brings me on to the grand finale and the scores. In last place with 17 points is Spectre. I know it could have scored higher, but some things have let it down. Mainly the content of the discs, unfortunately. Next, in 12th place, with 21 points, is Doctor Who Series 11. Yeah, so what let this one down was... Never just find it. Ah yes, it was the artwork and the number of discs, unfortunately. So, there you go. And we have a good place in 10th. Joint 10th. Hooray! And it is Good Omens and Doctor Who Series 12. The things that let these two down... For Good Omens, it was the number of discs, unfortunately. However, for Series 12... It was the ease of getting the discs out, unfortunately, which is a shame because I love both of these. So there you go. Next we have 3 and 1. Move that out of the way. In joint 7th place, each with 25 points, we have got Doctor Who Series 9, Doctor Who Series 10, and the specials. Or Doctor Who, of course. With these ones, Doctor Who Series, the Doctor Who specials were let down by number of discs, and also the ease of getting the disc out of the box. Doctor Who Series 9 was unfortunately let down by, again, the same area, ease of the discs, access to discs, and so Series 10. So, there you go. Let's put those onto the pile. In joint 3rd, got another joint one. We have got Doctor Who Series 5, the Faceless Ones, the Macra Terror, and Sherlock Series 4. So, I'm going to do the same thing here. What let them down? With the Doctor Who Series 5, it's difficult to tell because I've got 6677. 6 points for number of discs, 6 points for the artwork, 7 points for ease of getting discs out, and 7 for the contents of the discs. That's not a bad score by any means. With 26 points, with all of these are 26 points, by the way. Also, I should say Good Omens and Doctor Who Series 12 both came in with 24 points. Anyway, what's let these down? I'm going in circles now. What let this down was the artwork. What let this one down was the number of discs. Same with this one and this one. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Just discs. What can you do? In 2nd place, Shawshank Redemption. This scored 28 points, and it scores highly in pretty much all of them, to be honest, apart from number of discs, which isn't that fair because the discs, 4 discs for 2 hours of film is just madness, to be honest. but the more the merrier, and I think this is great. I think if there had been more discs, I don't know, it would have been in first place, or if the first place had fewer discs, this would be in first place, definitely. Because this has scraped the top spots by 1 point. 1 point. How about that? That means that the winner, you've probably seen this coming, Power of the Daleks. I didn't know that this would be in first place. In fact, I wasn't sure which would be in first place because I like them all. Gonna say it, I admit it, I like them all. But this one has got 4 discs, and that's where it scored lowest. Scored highest in artwork overall, to be honest, as well as Doctor Who Series 10 and Sherlock. They all scored 9 points in artwork. But also what excelled this was the contents of the discs, which was one of only 4 to have scored 9 points. The other 3 were Macra Terror, Shawshank Redemption, and The Faceless Ones. And this just goes to show that I love the animated episodes, animated reconstructions of Doctor Who, because they're old episodes, but they're new. That's lovely. Anyway, I've got to stop rambling and I need to finish the video. Thank you so much for all of you who have taken the time to tune in and listen to me ramble. It's been, well, madness, to put it simply. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos, because my next video is my 100th video. How about that? I've spent 5 years on YouTube, and all I've got to show for it is 100 videos. I know. My dad's recently set up a YouTube channel, and he's doing daily uploads, and he's reached 100 videos fairly recently. By the time this goes out, it'll be close to 200, to be honest. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for my next episodes, which is my 100th video. Thank you so much.